Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Sunday, the 11th of January, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received the precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny Tampa, Florida. And you're equally blessed as me because you received God's wake-up call this morning and you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow isn't promised to any of us, and not everybody got God's wake-up call this morning, so I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful for that. And I'm blessed and grateful for everything I've got in this world. I've got a decent place to sleep every night in the camper. I'm enjoying some fantastic weather here in Tampa, Florida. I'm relatively healthy for a 50-year-old guy, and I'm blessed with a fantastic business that I'm building here with Uber Eats in Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida is an excellent market to do an Uber Eats food delivery, and I just had another fantastic day delivering food. I made a lot of money last night, so I am blessed and grateful for everything the good Lord has given me. God is good, God is great, always and always. This is the last day of the pay period, and I'll be getting this check tomorrow, the 12th. And if I have 2 more weeks like I've had this prior week, I will most definitely have enough saved up to buy my next car. So we're looking at after the next pay period after this one ends on the 19th, Monday the 19th, and then I'll be getting another check the following Monday on the 26th. After that check on the 26th, I will be able to buy my next car and trade this one in. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to test drive some cars and figure out which one I want to buy. It might be a pickup truck. It might be a 4-door Toyota. I'm not sure at this point, but that's right around the corner, not long from now, and I'm looking forward to it. God is good. God is great, always and always. I've been into the Circle K already, and I got my free cup of ice in my Circle K cup. See that? And this morning, I went with the green tea flavor of the Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. And this one has the date. It's hard to make out on this can, but I got it. It's G2517. So G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. So this can was made July the 17th of last year. So you got August, September, October, November, December. That's 5 months and 5 days. And today's the 11th, so 16 days. 5 months and 16 days old this can is. I'm going to go ahead and get it cracked open. I did have coffee last night, so I can't say I haven't anything to drink all day yesterday. I broke my fast around 5 a.m. yesterday, so I'm still fasted. I'm more than 23 hours fasted right now, and I feel good, but I had coffee. I did have coffee last night. Oh, that's good. Well, with the time right now being 4:14 a.m. and the website weatheratlas.com saying the sun will rise today at 7:21 a.m. That's 3 hours and 7 minutes until the sun comes up here in beautiful, sunny Tampa, Florida. And the sun will set tonight at 5:54 p.m. So today we have 10 hours and 33 minutes of daylight in Tampa to enjoy. I went on to the Powerball website to find out if any of my numbers that came in. I played 14, 22, 25, 37, 49, and the Powerball 23. And not a single one of those numbers came in on the drawing last night that was held the 10th of January 2026. The number that came in was 5, 19, 21, 28, 64, and the Powerball was 14. And no one hit the jackpot, according to that website. which they're saying that the jackpot for tomorrow night, the 12th of January, is now at 137 million. I'm sitting up at one of the pumps at the Circle K, and gas prices are continuing to drop at the Circle K. Friday morning, it was at $2.59, and then yesterday morning it dropped 10 cents to $2.49. This morning it's another 3 cents cheaper. It's $2.46 a gallon at this Circle K by the McDonald's where I go. And according to Gas Buddy and AAA, Florida state prices and nationally the price of gas is continuing to drop. Florida state average this morning is at $2.66. It was $2.68 yesterday morning, and Friday morning it was at $2.71. So this Circle K is better than the Florida state average by 20 cents. And nationally, AAA is saying the national price of gas is at $2.79 a gallon. So this Circle K is better than the national average by 33 cents. So just like that article stated, gas prices are continuing to drop. They're much cheaper than $3 a gallon, which is what that article was crowing about. But lower gas prices benefit everybody. Even if you don't drive, lower gas prices will drive prices down for most other, for most all consumer goods that are transported by truck. That's going to help everybody out if gas prices continue to drop and stay steady. And it most definitely benefits me because how much gas I burn all the time driving around Tampa delivering food. So I am blessed and grateful to see gas prices continuing to drop. It's a blessing. I did talk to my cousin, the one that I stayed with when I went to the reunion last year in August, and that was a whole big misunderstanding. That was not my cousin that I was talking to. Well, texting, I should say, mostly texting and not really talking to them. I called them and they wouldn't talk to me. They just hung up the phone. Well, that cousin I thought I was talking to, he hasn't had that number for over a year. So why that person I was texting just didn't say, hey, you got the wrong number, and they were pretending to be somebody else is beyond me. But I deleted their number, and I won't go as far as to block them unless they start bugging me, and they haven't yet. So as far as I can tell, my cousin's doing fine, and I was happy to hear that he's doing good. So I don't talk to him on the phone. I did see him when I went back to Ohio for the reunion, and that was good to see him. But I'm happy to hear that he's doing fine and nothing's going on with him that's troubling him. So that's very fortunate. I also checked out weatheratlas.com and YouTube for what weather I can expect here in Tampa today. And according to weather-atlas.com, on Sunday, we'll have patchy light. It says patchy light may appear briefly, but the overall trend is cloudy for Tampa today, the 11th of January. A daytime high will reach a moderate hot of 75 degrees, while the nighttime low will drop to a crisp 48 going into Monday morning. Humidity will be at 81%, and we have a 24% chance of precipitation here in Tampa, Florida, mostly after the cold front passes through. Winds will be out of the northwest at 12 miles an hour and mostly cloudy skies. I also asked Meta AI what weather can be expected here in Tampa this Sunday, the 11th of January. And Meta AI responded, Tampa's weather is looking partly cloudy with a high of 76, which is only 1 degree off of what weatheratlas.com said. There is a slight chance of rain showers at 20%. Winds will be blowing from at 10 to 15 miles an hour out of the northwest. Sounds like a great day to get some deliveries in for Uber Eats. It mentioned the deliveries because I post different questions and comment about Uber Eats deliveries here in Tampa through Meta AI, and it must have remembered that I'm an Uber Eats driver. So I kind of thought that was funny, so I decided to throw that in there. I also went on to the YouTube page 10 Tampa Bay. Meteorologist Courtney Giacobazzi was on there. She said today's cold front brings in an opportunity for rain over the Tampa Bay and much colder air and temperatures overnight going into Monday morning. So later in this evening, we'll experience colder temperatures. She said we can expect a high of today of 76 degrees and a low of 64 going into Monday morning. I also caught Amy Snyder on the radio, FLZ 93.3. She says there's going to be very little sunshine today in Tampa and a slight chance of rain. A high of 71 and a low of 44 going into Monday morning. And that is a bit colder than the other two predictions. Yeah, one of them said 75, and then Meta AI said 74, I believe. Yeah, so Amy's predicting a little bit colder temperatures than Meta AI and weather-atlas.com said. I wrote down all my deliveries from Saturday the 10th of January, and I had 21 trips, and I know some of those were doubles. So I probably had maybe 24 or 25 customers yesterday. It was a very busy day and a great earnings day and just a beautiful day for weather. I think I wrote that. We almost broke a temperature record. I think I wrote that down. Yes. It was Courtney Giacobazzi said this on her YouTube broadcast. She said Tampa Bay area nearly broke a record it was a city up north. It was one of the suburbs up north of Tampa. I thought I wrote it down, maybe I didn't. Tampa nearly broke a record high temperature for January 10th. No, it was Tampa. One of the cities came close to breaking its record, but also Tampa nearly broke a record. The record high for Tampa was 85 degrees. Well, we hit 83 degrees, so we were within 2 degrees of breaking a record high temperature, or at least tying it, I should say. We would have tied a high record for temperatures if we had gotten 2 more degrees hotter. So I know it was warm, and it was just a beautiful day. There was a light breeze and just wonderful weather. I'm enjoying Tampa Bay so much for its weather, and I'm making some great money here in Tampa Bay. So I'm blessed and fortunate for that, living here and making it here. Here goes my deliveries I did yesterday. I started off the day with trip number 1. I delivered Chick-fil-A on Fowler Avenue for Kayla. Kayla's fare was $2 and she tipped me $6, so I made $8 off of Kayla's delivery. Thank you so much for that $6 tip, Kayla, and thank you for your business. I really appreciate you. After dropping off Kayla's order, I went on trip number 2 for Julio. Julio wanted Wawa on Fowler. Julio tipped me $3.56 and his fare was $2, so I made $5.56 on Julio's trip. And this is a double. Sandy and Huey wanted First Watch Carrollwood on North Dale Mabry. Sandy and Huey, they tipped me $4 and their fare was $4.05, so I made $8.05 on that double. Thank you so much for your business and your tips, Huey and Sandy. I appreciate you so much. And then trip number 4, I went on to pick up an order from 7-Eleven for Rachel. This was the 7-Eleven on Ehrlich, E-H-R-L-I-C-K Road, Ehrlich Road. Rachel's fare was $2.48 and Rachel tipped me $3, so I made $5.48 on that delivery. Thank you very much, Rachel, for that tip and the business. I appreciate you. $3 is a decent tip for a 7-Eleven order. And then I went on to pick up an order from the Walgreens on Van Dyke for Denise. Denise, her fare was $4.09 for that Walgreens pickup, and Denise decided to tip me $3. Thank you, Denise, for tipping me the $3, and thank you very much for your Walgreens order. I appreciate that. I need the business. I'm saving up for a car right now. And then after dropping off Denise's Walgreens order, I went on to pick up Chick-fil-A on Fowler for Anna. Anna's fare was $5 and a penny, and Anna tipped me $2.06. Thank you, Anna, for the $2 tip, and thank you for the Chick-fil-A order. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Anna, Denise, Rachel, Sandy, and Huey, for your business and the tips, and Julio and Kayla. I really appreciate all of you for your business. After dropping off Anna's Chick-fil-A order, I had another. This was Ann. I was going to say another Anna, but this was Ann. Ann wanted McDonald's picked up on Hillsboro. Anna tipped me $4.44, and her fare was $2, so I made $6.44 on Anna's delivery. And this was, I was going to say this was a double, but this was a single. It was just a long name of a restaurant. This is Mi Pueblito Bakery and Restaurant on North Armenia. Shirley tipped me $1 on a $6.10 fare, so I made $7.10 on this delivery. Thank you, Shirley, for the tip and the business. I really appreciate you. And then I went on to pick up food for Alan. Alan wanted pop-up bagels on West Kennedy. It says pop-up bagels Tampa in the app. Some of these places put their city that they're in for some reason, but this one did the same thing. This one is pop-up bagels Tampa on West Kennedy. Alan's fare was $2.94, and he tipped me $3.10, so I made $6.04 on Alan's run. Thank you, Alan, for the business and the tip. I really appreciate that. And this would have been my 10th delivery. I went to a place called Tostique on East Cumberland. There's no parking there, and I would have jeopardized having my car towed. If I could park outside a place on the street and I can keep an eye on my car, I don't mind that, because I can run out and jump in my car and drive off before the tow truck is able to back up to get it. But this particular place doesn't offer that type of parking where there's no parking there at all. That is legitimate, and you have to end up parking in an alley where you can't watch your car. So you don't want to do that. So I drove by there and I tried to find parking, and there's nothing available. So I left without picking up that order. So I did incur, my cancel score went up. If I can find that, I need to mention that. That slipped my mind. Yeah, I'm still a platinum driver, which I should be a diamond driver. I've maintained an acceptance score above 70% for more than a week now. I'm at 76%. I was at 75 yesterday. I bettered that. I got better yesterday. I'm at 76%. My on-time percent is still at 98%. My cancel score got worse to 1% because of that Tostique order. And like I said, I'm 100% customer satisfaction. And it looks like I had 3 people. Make sure I don't have a 4 here. None of these went up by 4. The most they went up is 3. So I had 3 people say I delivered food to their door with great care. I'm at 611 now. I had 2 more people say I delivered with friendly service. I'm at 549. 2 people said I was quick and efficient. 549. My friendly score went up to 549. Quick and efficient went up to 539. Good communicator went up 3 to 523, and perfect handoff went up 2 to 508. So yeah, I had 3 people score me, only one of which said I delivered. Only 3. I'm screwing that up. 3 people said I delivered food to their door with good communication. The other 4 of them said I was perfect handoff, quick and efficient, friendly, and delivered with care. One of them said I was better in the good communicator with one of them, and not the other 2 didn't think I was a good communicator, apparently. So that's the way it looks like to me. I don't exactly know how that works on the customer side. I'm only guessing. It's a lot of guesswork because I don't have many apps on my phone. The minute I start to download more apps on my phone, it starts to slow down my Uber Eats app, and so I can't have that. So that's why I don't like using apps, and the more apps on my phone ends up slowing my app down. So my Uber Eats app. So I don't want to mess up my business with the Uber Eats by having a bunch of memory taken up on my phone. I can't do that. I guess I'm running an old phone. I could upgrade this phone and maybe I could start downloading more apps, but my phone's working fine. So I don't want to just upgrade my phone just for the hell of it. Once this phone completely stops on me, and then I'll have to get another phone and download all the other, my Uber Eats app and everything else I want on it. But until that happens, I'm going to keep using this old phone. I'm going to get on with these deliveries here. I was at the Pop-Up Bagels. No, the next one would have been my 10th trip where I had to decline a Toastique order. I actually went as far as to go in and ask about the order to see if it was ready, but I was nervous about having my car parked where I couldn't see it, so I went back and forth to my car once or twice to keep an eye on it, and I just decided to drop the order because they weren't in any hurry to get that order ready for me. So I wasn't going to jeopardize having my car towed and potentially have to pay to get my car back out of the garage. So I went on and I dropped that order. I went on my 10th trip after declining that Toastique order. My 10th delivery was for Elizabeth. Elizabeth wanted Panera Bread on Howard Avenue. Elizabeth's fare was $2.63 and she tipped me $4.63, so I made $7.26 on that delivery. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that Panera Bread business and your tip of $4, nearly $5. I really appreciate you, Elizabeth. And this looks like a double. Yeah, this is my second double of the day. Britt and Ashley was my 11th trip. They wanted food picked up from the First Watch on Tampa Street. They tipped me. They gave me a very generous tip of $11.35. Thank you so much for that generous tip, Britt and Ashley. I really appreciate you. And their fare was $3.10, so I made $14.45 on that trip. That was my best paying trip yet of yesterday. There goes a 22. No, there's a 22.53. I had a 22 even and then a 22.53. So that was my best paying. My best paying trip of the day was trip number 19. So actually I made 25.33 because I got a $3 cash tip. So my best trip of the day was 19, was a triple for Brent, Joey, and Valerie. I made 25.33 on that, 25.53 on that trip. So after dropping off Britt and Ashley's order, I went on trip number 12 for Lacey. Lacey wanted Three Guys Caribbean restaurant on Hillsborough. Lacey tipped me $1.30 and her fare was $4.37, so I made $5.67 on that trip. Thank you, Lacey, for the tip and your business. I really appreciate you. You all are helping me save up for my car and help me build my business here in Tampa, and I'm blessed and fortunate to have this business, and I'm fortunate to get all your business. I really appreciate all of you. After dropping off Lacey's, no, Lacey was a double. I screwed up my numbers. I realize now, I remember now, I was wondering why the app didn't have this as a double. Maybe her 7-Eleven order wasn't ready, but I dropped off two separate orders for Lacey. I dropped off two separate places for Lacey at the salon where she was having her hair done. So actually I need to fix these numbers. No, it was grouped. It was separate. The app didn't combine these. Lacey must have put her 7-Eleven order in too late for it to be grouped as a double. But Lacey, I went right back to Lacey at the salon with her 7-Eleven order. Lacey tipped me $1.01 on that one. So Lacey actually tipped me $2.31 altogether. Thank you, Lacey, for the 2 orders, and I really appreciate you. After dropping off Lacey's 7-Eleven order, which was trip number 13, I went on trip number 14 for Katie. Katie wanted Wingstop on Hillsboro. Katie's fare was $2 and she tipped me $3. I made $5 on Katie's order. Thank you, Katie, for the $3 tip. I appreciate you. And then I went on to pick up Flowers, Tampa on Florida Avenue for Mel. Mel's order was not ready when I got there. There wasn't anybody in the flower shop to hand me the order. It was ready to be picked up, but the lady that was running the flower shop runs that flower shop entirely by herself at this time of the year. There was a guy out front working on stucco, putting stucco up on the building, and he said that she was out at an event, delivering flowers to an event somewhere in Tampa, and that she was on her way back. He called her to let her know I was there to pick up an order, and she promised me that she'd be there at a certain time, about a half an hour later. Well, she was almost an hour late getting there, and I didn't have any other deliveries, so I decided to wait. I probably should have dropped that order to see if I could have another run, another couple runs. I could have taken another 2 or 3 runs while I was waiting, but I decided to wait because I wanted my customer to receive her flowers. Well, the lady running the flower shop, like I said, was almost another hour before she got back there. Well, I communicated with my customer all this, and the customer suggested that they were going to cancel the order. I said, please don't cancel this order on me. I won't get paid otherwise. And she said, oh, I won't do that. Well, the lady eventually showed up and handed me the order, and I communicated to the customer that I was on my way there, and she said, oh, you're a saint. She called me a saint in the text, and that made me feel good. But this customer, name of Mel, that's not her real name. I changed her name a little bit, but I called her Mel on this page. I remember her real name. It was similar to Mel. But she had originally tipped me $10 through the app. It was a $2 fare and a $10 tip, so I would have made $12 on the order. But I guess because I decided to wait and I was using good communication with her, she increased my tip another $10. So thank you so much for giving me such a generous tip of $20. Mel, I really appreciate that. I made $22 on that run, so it was well worth it for me to decide to wait, and I'm glad I decided to wait. And Mel got her flowers in the long run, so even if they were late and she didn't get them when she expected to, that wasn't my fault. It was the lady running the flower business. But thank you, Mel, for such a generous tip. $20 was an excellent tip. I really appreciate you, Mel. And then dropping off Mel's flower order, after that I went on my 16th delivery for Olivia. Olivia wanted Smoothie King on Kennedy. My 17th trip was for Bentley. Bentley wanted Chipotle on West Shore Boulevard. And then I did 18 was a double for Josh and Christina. Josh wanted Crazy Burrito on Hillsboro, and Christina wanted Zaxby's on Hillsboro. I made a $5 tip from Olivia, a $3.82 tip from Bentley, and the double for Josh and Christina paid me $13.52. Thank you so much, the 4 of you, for your business. I really appreciate you. And then I went on my best paying delivery, was trip number 19. It was for Brent wanted Outside Kitchen on Hillsboro. Joey wanted Burger on the Go. That's one of those places where it's a kitchen that serves several different types of food. I think it's referred to technically as a ghost kitchen, but it's not under a different name of a restaurant. They do all sorts of different if a ghost kitchen, I guess if a ghost kitchen doesn't have a home, it can use this company to run its business out of. Maybe that's how I should refer that to. But it's a food hall, which isn't like a it doesn't have a name of a restaurant out front. I don't really know how to explain it, but they operate out of the Burger on the Go operates on North Nebraska Avenue. That Joey, I delivered food for Joey there. Joey gave me an additional $3 tip on top of that $22, so I actually made $25.53 on that triple. Thank you, Valerie, Joey, and Brent, for your business and the generosity of that you gave me yesterday. I really appreciate the three of you. After dropping off Valerie's, Eddie, and Sam's pizza order on Twig, I went on a single for Matt. Matt wanted Bloomingdale pizza on Bell Shoals. Matt tipped me $5.54 and his fare was $2, so made $7.54 on Matt's delivery. And then I ended the day with trip number 21. That was a double. Remy and Robert, they tipped me $9.25 and their fare was $2, so made $11.25 on that double. Thank you very much, Remy and Robert. This was another kind of ghost kitchen situation, but it was different. I've never been to this restaurant before. The ghost kitchen is called It's Just Wings, and I didn't know that Chili's Bar and Grill has ghost kitchens running out of it, but it does. It's Just Wings is a ghost kitchen that operates out of Chili's Bar and Grill. So I had a new experience there. Remy had It's Just Wings out of Chili's Bar and Grill. And then I picked up an actual Chili's Bar and Grill order for Robert. So that was a new experience too. I've never picked up food, a double, from a ghost kitchen that was operating out of the other restaurant that I was picking up at. So that was an entirely new experience for me. So again, thank you, Remy and Robert, for your generosity and kindness yesterday. $9.25 was a very decent tip. And I appreciate your business, Remy and Robert. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to get off here and go in and break this 24-hour fast. I appreciate you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.